God bless you, everybody. Good morning. Your helper. Our devotional text comes out of Psalms 27, verse 1. And the word of the Lord says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" The New Revised Standard Version says it like this. And the word of the Lord tells us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" And I want to encourage somebody on this morning that God is the one who helps us. God is the one who came through, who worked it out, who turned it around. People, many of us would tend to say, "Well, I don't have help." Yes, you do. God is your helper. God is a very present help in time of trouble. Don't you know that when other people don't want to help you, God sends help? Come on here. God will help you when others don't want to help you. And even in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 5, God said, "I will never leave us," that He will never leave us nor forsake us. But He will be right there for us until the very end. So you can say it with confidence how God is our helper, how God is our light and our salvation. We don't have to be afraid. When being a child of God, we cannot be afraid of anything. Because the things that nobody can do anything to us when we are walking with God. Because God is our protector. He's our shield, our shade. Because the things that people of God, Jesus is the light. Jesus is the hope of salvation. He's the hope of glory. If God is our helper, what can anyone do? When you need help, God, right then and there, when you pray and when you give it to God, God comes through right there. God never slumbers nor sleeps. God will never leave your side. God is always by your side, and you have to be by God's side and on God's side. We know that God is strong and mighty, and God is the strongest. It is the strength of God that helps us to become strong. We know that God is able, and we are able to continue to do what God has called and instructed us to do. We should have no limits because God has no limits. We should not fear the world, but we have to fear the Lord, because the Bible tells that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight.